Hi guys, a problem with the whole Rwanda policy is it tries to convince the public of two conflicting narratives. The first, that the African country is safe, and second, that it's a deterrent for people who wish to claim asylum in Britain. Another problem that's almost never raised is that Britain has actually taken in asylum seekers from Rwanda itself, meaning that the country is not as the Tories tried to make it out. This fact was put to Grant Shapps, who played the role of someone who doesn't know what's going on. Have a listen.
You say Rwanda is a safe place to send people, but the British government has granted asylum to 6 more people from Rwanda and considering asylum claims from others as well. If it's a safe place to send people, why are we allowing people to come here and seek asylum from Rwanda?
Well, look, I don't know the specifics of those cases. What I do know is that the UN send people to Rwanda, and the UN do it without all of the various different security measures that we're putting in place.
Yeah, she's completely correct. It's a halfway house. What's happening is there's a current conflict taking place in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and many refugees from Congo are moving into Rwanda, where it's safer for them to be before they're moved on to somewhere better. And the UN is providing refuge for people in Rwanda because it's next door.
Or reassurance measures that we're putting in place with Rwanda. So if it's good enough for the UN, I would have thought it's good enough for the UK.
Yeah, but my point is, why offer asylum to people from Rwanda if we think it's a safe place?
Well, so I don't know the specifics of that particular case, or whether those people...
Are you surprised that we do?
Well, as ever, and I've learned from long experience, what you actually need to know are the details before I can really comment on individual cases. So, for example, are these Rwandan individuals or people who happen to be in Rwanda? There could be a difference between that. But I don't know, and I don't know those cases. What I do know is that the UN send people to Rwanda. Not only are we putting a treaty in place, which means there are a lot more legal guarantees and certainties to it, but we are actually working very carefully, not just on Rwanda, but a whole bunch of other things which are actually working. And I think that's
Final thought. I know we know the list.
Okay. Why can't he answer the question and say, yes, we have granted asylum to people from Rwanda because we grant asylum to people from countries where it's no longer safe for them to stay there? See, the problem with the Tory narrative is that Rwanda is both a safe place and a deterrent. It's so terrible that people would be deterred from crossing the English Channel and risking their lives because there's a very small risk that they will be sent to Rwanda. Rwanda is such a horrible place. Why would anyone cross the channel? Of course, missing the real point here. But if the UK has granted asylum, then obviously it means that Rwanda is not a safe country. Now, it's safer than the Democratic Republic of Congo, and the UN have deemed it that. But it's not as safe as Britain. So, for example, many gay people who are persecuted and discriminated against in Rwanda want to get to the UK. They have ties, they have family, friends in the United Kingdom. They want to get there. They feel safer there. They can rebuild their lives there. But what Grant Shapps is trying to convince people of is that, well, Rwanda is a safe country, so if the UN thinks it's a safe country, then what's the problem with us sending people there? Ignoring the point that the UK is granting asylum to people. See, the problem is the Home Office is operating at a different level to the government. The government is operating on a rhetorical level, trying to convince racists and bigots to vote for them. But the Home Office actually respects, for now anyway, respects international law and the conventions that the UK has signed up to. The civil servants are doing the right thing. The politicians are messing about. As always, let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.